CostumeTrek. This week's episode, you guys are in for a really big treat because we are here with the lovely and talented Brandon McGill, who is a body paint artist and just in general amazing artist. And I'm gonna transform into a completely different character, and I can't wait.
I'm excited. It'll be great, guys.
To say Brandon's art is cutting edge would be an understatement. The first step in my transformation was to figure out what kind of look we were going for.
If you look around, there's always some element of drama.
Right.
But I try to balance out the elements so it's not too weighty.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sort of sexy evil, but I don't care.
Okay.
Like.
Absolutely, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you trusting me. I just don't want you to be like surprised if it's like super scary or if it's super pretty. You know what I mean?
I will not be surprised. Whatever. I look at all the stuff on the wall and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of like controlled chaos, right? Mm-hmm. So, you only have so much time to work with. The model may only be there for 5 hours, 6 hours maybe, tops. And so I have to find a way of quickly turning them into whatever they need to be. A lot of body painters, especially in Arizona, they're airbrush artists, and they do a really beautiful job. But the thing I don't like about airbrush is everything is very soft. You can always tell there's like this kind of like nice graffiti look to it. And it's beautiful, but for me, I like really hard lines mixed with softness. I want to have gradients, I want to have color, I want to have dimension and texture, and I want to have all those things. So I try to marry all the different worlds together and not just stick in one particular discipline.
So we're starting with a really light blue for your highlights, and then we'll come in and contour with the darker blue. I spent a lot of months testing makeup to find stuff that works the best for me. So Wolf is what I primarily use for most of my projects. Touch your breast. Now look at your finger.
Oh yeah.
See what I mean?
Look. Doesn't
nice?
come off. So how long does it take to do an entire body? Because I mean, today we're only going to do a relatively small portion of my anatomy.
Right, absolutely. Well, it honestly depends on what we're doing, but sometimes it can take anywhere between 5-6 hours.
Wow.
On some more of the over the top grander pieces.
Early into this session, we established a rapport, and soon Brandon was telling me some very interesting stories.
So probably the weirdest story is when someone sort of OD'd in the middle of a body painting.
Bad.
He didn't like OD, but he had been drinking the whole time, and I just thought he smelled homeless. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why do you smell like liquor? I don't know what's happening. And I didn't realize that his water bottle had alcohol in it the whole time, and it was not good alcohol. It was really bad alcohol. But at one point he fell over on the ground in full makeup. And I'm like, and I had carpet at the time, and I'm like, you're literally laying on my carpet in full makeup. Please get up.
Right.
And he's like, I'm fine, I'll be okay. And I'm like, I know, but can you stand up and be okay?
Yeah, can you be okay not on my carpet?
So he went to the bathroom and came back after he was in there for like 30 minutes.
Right.
And I'm like having a panic attack thinking like this whole thing is ruined. And I'm like, would you like some mouthwash? Because he's vomiting in there. I'm like, would you like some mouthwash? And he goes, I'm good, let's do this.
I think what separates my art from a lot of other body painters is that I use a lot of three-dimensional materials, and I almost create costumes on their body. The first year I did body painting, I thought it was cute and novel and different, and I probably did like 50 or 60 in my first year. But I was like, what can I do differently with it? And I started gluing on like horns and material and different things. And then it started becoming this whole thing where I would create, 7-foot tall creatures and debuting them at Comic-Con. So the line between costume and body painting started becoming blurred.
My favorite was when I had a pot of boiling spaghetti on the stove, and the models arrived, and I said, the spaghetti's almost done. And they're like, we already ate. I'm like, it's not for your belly, it's for your body.
And they're like, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah.
While I didn't get the spaghetti treatment, I did learn a lot about bringing the third dimension to body painting.
So what is that you're using right there?
This is crepe paper. So like stuff that you would, you know, streamers, you know what I mean? Stuff you would use for
Party decorations.
parties, yeah. I would just go to the store like Michael's and stuff like that, and I'm like, what can I use as like a material that can be molded into different things? And so I use a lot of paper in my work. So we'll come back in with this Brandon blue. And we'll just use it for some shadow work. Just right below there.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that way we create a little bit of dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull that out a little bit. There we go. It's easy to want to look, right?
Well, when we do like fittings on people, they always want to look down, and I'm like, I'm doing your hem.
Yeah.
When you look down, that moves where your hem is.
Absolutely.
I like Warbler because you burn yourself every single time.
Right.
It's one of those materials that's fun to use, but you're going to injure yourself in the process. But no, I like how I can, within minutes, sculpt and create anything that I desire.
When we were doing our video together,
Right.
we had a moment where you went online and we did some live video of him
Right.
body painting me on
We were Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, which is a gaming platform.
Yeah.
But they have a channel called In Real Life. And so I thought, wouldn't that be great if we did a little bit of painting on the In Real Life channel?
But first, I had to put in the contact lenses.
So I'm gonna try these Scalera lenses. This is the first time I've ever done these. Those are the giant ones, and I can't even get this off. Oh, come on. How does one get them out of the jar? They're really thick. All right, God knows this could take a while. Okay, almost had it. Holy crap, this thing's huge. One down. All right. This eye's gonna be a little bit trickier, I fear. Wow, it's a good thing I'm used to like putting in contacts because I don't have any fear of like rubbing my eye. Crap. So close. Crap. I just can't get this one in. Wait. Got it.
All right, I believe we're live. So usually it takes a few minutes for people to start joining in. So I'm just going to start begin. So let me, while we're doing this, let me get the chat window open so I can see what's happening. See, there's us there. Oh, hey, how's it going, Kyle? Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, we're filming this for a documentary.
Yeah, so
Also-
on top of this, we're also doing a documentary. Do you want to jump on the camera real quick? Sure. So we've got a camera crew he's recording too. We've got microphones, we've got multiple cameras, we've got lots of lighting in here. So it's a fun time. Oh, we never tried on your headpiece.
Yeah, you're right, we didn't.
So your face is slowly becoming like a blueberry.
Violet, you're turning violet.
We're painting a mutant blueberry, guys. Hey, I got a new subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pay Creek, I appreciate you following.
So I hated it in the beginning because I didn't like seeing my art being destroyed and experiencing that destruction. But not only that, I used to be very attached to my art. So if I painted a canvas or I did a drawing for someone, I'd almost just want to keep it and then draw them another drawing or paint them another painting because I'm like, but it came out perfect. This is so cool. I like it so much. Why would I want to give it away? Why would I want to sell it? And so I had a real difficult time selling my art before, and I was very choosy about which pieces I would sell.
One of the things that we were talking about when we were body painting me was the whole transitory nature of the makeup, and it reminds me of the Buddhist mandalas.
Yes.
Where the monks spend all these hours and days making these beautiful artwork out of the sand, and then they blow it away to remind us that the life is impermanent and the impermanence of the universe.
Which is incredible.
Yes, and that's exactly what your art does.
You enjoy it for 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then it's gone. It's in the shower, it's destroyed, and all you have is the photos or the movies or even the memories, and then they're gone.
This, what you're seeing behind, this is something that we used in our collaboration. This project here took me, my assistant Cole and I worked on this for the better part of probably 5 months.
And it's an incredible piece of art.
Now it helps, it lights up and it does all this stuff, but the just few hours that it takes for you to put together something equally magical is part of the thing that blows my mind.
Thank you.
Work.
Isn't that pretty blue?
Yeah, it is.
It tickles.
Good inclusion.
The inspiration for the costume began when I found fiber optic fabric online. I love experimenting with unusual materials, so I bought a sample. The material itself was relatively inexpensive, but by the time I paid for the power source, shipping, and customs fees from Paris, the 2x2 foot sample cost over $90. I designed the costume around it, using it as the front piece for my corset. The copper bones are molded thermoplastic that I then either leafed in copper or electroformed with copper to give them a hard metal shell. The hardest part for me was standing for 6 hours. Brandon is so tall that he has his models stand so that he doesn't have to bend over so far to reach them. I'm gonna buy him a good makeup chair.
Are you just taking a picture of her boobs?
I think
That too.
It's just a bunch of up-close photos of your boobs.
yeah, I'm like,
No.
I have a collection
That, my
of
friend,
those.
is going to be the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. Just boobs.
The headdress also lights up with fiber optics that I collected from several kids' nightlights and then repurposed. I was really excited by the result, although now I need Brandon anytime I want to wear this costume.
We did it.
We did do that.
Yeah.
That,
It's a lot of work.
how long were we at this?
I
We
want to
started,
say 4 or 5 hours, maybe more.
well, we started at about 3 probably when we really started. So what
Oh,
time is it
so
now?
I think it's closer to 8.
It's
Yeah.
almost 9. So,
So
what,
about 6
that's
hours.
like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Woo!
So it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I think the payoff is worth
it
it.
looks fantastic.
Yeah. I think it came together really well. I appreciate you involving me in this.
I'm so excited that you agreed to do this with me
Yeah.
because this is wonderful. If you like this video, then please subscribe to CostumeTrek and share it and like it.
With all of your
ring
friends.
the bell and share it some more.
Yeah, definitely. Blast it to all of your friends. Share it everywhere. We want to get this talented costume designer out
And
there.
this talented
And then
artist.
this guy, whatever, this body
This
artist,
guy.
whatever. This makeup artist. I'm Brandon McGill, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say thanks, Brendan McGill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once again, for doing this wonderful project.
My
all of
pleasure.
his links to all of his pages, his Patreon, everything, it's going to be below. So please check it out. Check him out because he's fantastic.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you next time on Adventures in Costuming.
Yay, thanks for joining us.